This is the new Mercedes-AMG ONE, their Formula One car for the road. Now, it was first shown back in 2017 as a concept, but it's taken 5 years to finally produce this, the production version. Why 5 years? Well, COVID and Brexit, because a lot of this car, like the powertrain, is built at the Formula One facility in the United Kingdom. But here we are, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this car. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Carwow. Buy, sell, Carwow. Right, let's talk about the design of this car because it is really quite incredible. So you've got these massive air vents here, and the air is channeled in and then separated using this section here. So bits go down the side of the car, bits go down the middle of the car, then exactly down the middle into that scoop. So they're separating the air out to maximise the air out and the use for that air. More on that in a moment. Check this out, right? There is no normal Mercedes badge. It's sprayed on like on a Formula One car because you don't want drag from a badge. Alloy wheels, 19 inches at the front, 20 at the back. They're forged magnesium, so they're strong and lightweight. And of course, you've got carbon ceramic brakes. Moving down the side, look at this exposed carbon fibre, just like on the Formula One car. And then you've got these ducts here, so that air has come over the top, it's been separated, and some of it goes in here into the oil cooler, help cool the engine and the gearbox. Moving around the back, loads more aero going on here. We've got a big rear diffuser, once again for downforce. Huge central exhaust pipe, like on a Formula One car, and you've got some extra little pipes there as well. This shark fin here aids stability at high speed. But the coolest thing is this. You can put the car from this road mode into track mode for maximum downforce. So look at this. It sinks by 30 millimeters. These vents over the wheel arches open up to allow airflow out of there. And then look at the huge spoiler that pops up for massive amounts of downforce. See this extra bit here? When you're going in a straight at 80 kilometers an hour, you can press a DRS mode and it'll move in, reduce the drag. Same with the air vents at the front to help you slip through the air and get your maximum top speed. Then when you come into a corner, turn in, this will pop out again, once again for maximum downforce. Look at it. It is a thing of beauty. Here on the inside, the AMG ONE feels so sporty. So you've got a Formula One style steering wheel with various buttons on it, things for like your DRS, your suspension and stuff like that, and then your dial for your different driving modes. There's also a little function here for a flashlight. So in a 24 hours race, you can like flash people to get out your way. Then you've got a big digital driver's display here with bespoke gauges and stuff like that. And then you have the normal Mercedes infotainment system. So you don't move your seat in this car because they want to keep the driver in the optimal position for balance. Instead, you move the pedal box by releasing that and then pushing it exactly where you want it, or the column is electrically operated. The seats themselves really lovely. You've got alcantara and like leather air, and really grips you very well, which is important in a car with this kind of performance. Carbon fibre absolutely everywhere. And another thing I like, look, you've got a rear view camera because this is just, you can't see out of there. And if you want to get out, there's a big open lever there. So you pull that, then you just push the door up and then exit in style. Just like Mercedes-AMG's Formula One car, the AMG ONE is powered by a 1.6 litre V6 turbo petrol engine with hybrid technology. So the engine's mounted here, you can see part of it's just underneath this carbon fibre airbox. The turbocharger design is very clever. So you have the turbine and the compressor actually separated out at either ends of the engine, and they're connected by a drive shaft. They're also mated to a 122 horsepower electric motor, which allows you to spin up the turbocharger to 100,000 revolutions per minute, so that you have no turbo lag, and then when you've got enough exhaust gases, that takes over providing the boost. Apparently the throttle response of this engine is actually better than a Mercedes naturally aspirated V8. Incredible. Also, you've got another electric motor mounted to the crankshaft to provide some assistance to the engine, 163 horsepower. Now this engine technology is really quite clever. In a normal production car, you have a thermal efficiency of about 35%. In this, it's 40%, though in a Formula One car, it's actually 50%. And thermal efficiency basically shows how good the engine is at converting fuel into energy and not wasting it as heat. Now, the engine is mounted to an 8-speed automatic gearbox, and it's a sequential gearbox, and it drives the rear wheels. The engine is actually bolted onto the carbon fibre monocoque, and it's a fully stressed member. It provides structural support, just like in a Formula One car. Then like the suspension and everything is hung off the gearbox. Once again, that's a fully stressed member. So they're using that to provide stiffness to the car, so that they're actually trying to minimise the weight of the thing. Wow, it all looks pretty impressive in there. Look at the suspension coilovers there. So nice, and we have gold here. Might take a little bit of that and sell it. The total system output of the entire car is 1,063 horsepower, and Mercedes-AMG says this car will do 0 to 100 kilometers in 2.9 seconds and 0 to 200 kilometers in 7 seconds. For a comparison, the Rimac Nevera does 0 to 200 kilometers in 5.2 seconds. Blimey. Unlike a Mercedes-AMG Formula One car, the One is a plug-in hybrid, so you can just plug it into a normal wall box and just charge it. You've got an 8 kilowatt hour battery, and that'll give you a range of around 18 kilometers on electric power alone. When it's running in electric power, it is only front wheel drive though. However, it can go at speeds of over 200 kilometers an hour. Probably not for 18 kilometers though. Now, one of the things that might surprise you about this car is the weight. So it actually comes in at over 1.6 tons, which is almost twice that of a Formula One car. However, unlike a Formula One car, you've got stuff like climate control, you've got airbags, you've got ABS, you've got parking sensors. You can use this thing every day. In fact, if you have a Formula One car, you need a whole crew to go with it and make it possible to drive the thing. The idea with this is that the crew is built into the car. And I'll tell you this now, the increased weight of this over the Formula One car is a lot less than the weight of the Formula One team and all its staff, just saying. Finally, we need to talk about the price, and obviously Formula One technology does not come for cheap. The AMG ONE costs from £2 million. It's irrelevant though. All 275 of them have been sold. Who are the owners? Well, Nico Rosberg is getting one. It's all over the internet already. And I imagine Lewis is probably getting one as well. Other than that, just some very lucky and very rich people. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click on those windows there for some more videos, and on that box there to go to Carwow to sell your car. Just upload some photos, give a brief description, and our dealers will bid on your car to make sure you get a great price for it. You won't be able to get enough to buy one of these though. Oh well.